YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to another video on the Vigor Hero channel. It's your boy Cisco, and it's been a little bit of time. I was sick last week, so I wasn't able to get a video up. I was trying to get it done yesterday, but I had some things I had to take care of, so we are at it today. I actually just recorded this video earlier today, and for some reason I was recording it the opposite way, so I got all the audio but no video of me actually talking. You're just looking out into the abyss, and yeah, there's just nothing there. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do it again. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're gonna be talking about body game, why it matters, and why it's basically your resume, right? And so with that, what is body game? It's kind of like a trending term right now. Body game is essentially your physique and how you look, you know, the muscles, the gains, the abs, everything like that. And so why does this matter? So we'll go ahead and just knock it out. You know, first things first, yes, it attracts the women. It helps with the female attraction. Women like it when they see you, when you have muscles, when you have abs. They like it a lot. They check you out, everything like that. That's a given. It happens, right? Now let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into it of why it's more so. It's more than just female attraction. And like I'll say it over and over again, right? Semen retention is not for just the female attraction. If that's what you're doing it for, you're doing it all wrong. I don't recommend hopping onto the journey and doing it. The main reason why semen retention is important is because it helps you grow closer to God and helps you to become a better person overall and better yourself every single day. That's what it's for. End of story. All right, over with that rant. Let's get right back into it. So as far as for body game, right? When you think about body game and when you're thinking about semen retention, right? Body game is going to be a natural byproduct of semen retention. If you're doing semen retention and you are not working out, you're not working on your body game, you're not working on what you're doing or what you're eating and consuming and everything like that, then essentially you're going to go crazy. You're going to have all this energy pent up. You're going to relapse over and over again, and you're never going to see the results that you're looking for with semen retention, right? So as far as with body game and semen retention, why it matters, why it's basically your resume. So the way that I'm going to explain it today is this, is that when you have a good physique, when your body game is on point, right? What does that consist of? What does it take to have a good physique? What does it take to have the abs, to have the muscles? And listen, I'm not saying you got to be a Greek god or anything like that. Me personally, I mean, I don't look like a Greek god or anything like that. I do, you know, keep in shape. I do, you know, work on myself. I'm a healthy, fit person. And so that's one of the reasons to why I wanted to make this video, because when I was sick, I wasn't able to hit the gym. And so that's where this whole thing kind of came about. Either way, I just want to get that out there. But as far as for your body game, when you have a good physique, what does that entail? That entails self-discipline. That entails self-respect. That entails consistency. That entails sticking to your word. That entails doing the work that needs to be done day in and day out, no matter what it takes, no matter what the cost or anything like that. And so when you think about it and you do those things and you're taking care of yourself, right? When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, that exudes out into what you do in your everyday life, whether that's in relationships, whether that's in your work, whether that's in your hobbies, whether that's in, you know, whatever it is that you're going after, right? And so when that happens, you have confidence, you feel good, you're able to execute on the things that you execute on. When things feel like they're getting hard in life, it almost seems like it's nothing to you. Why? Because you're doing hard things every single day. You're putting yourself through a rigorous workout, whether that's lifting weights, whether that's running. Running is not as easy as it may seem. It's like, oh, you just go out and you run and that's it. Now, there's a little bit more to it. I have respect for runners. I did a 10K, and I realized that running wasn't really for me, but I did enjoy it, and I understand why runners enjoy running, essentially, right? So whatever it is that you may be doing, you stick to it, you're a man of your word, you do it, right? And so when it comes down to your body game, when you walk into a room, it's basically your like the first thing that people will notice about you, right? And it's kind of back to the female attraction part of it, is that it's what females will think subconsciously. They will never probably tell you this straight to your face, but it's like when they look at you and they see that you have a good physique, when your body game is on point, they're thinking, man, like that guy's, disciplined, that guy's dedicated, he knows how to take care of himself, this and that, right? But as far as when you walk into a room, whether it's for a job interview, whether it's for, business partners, whether it's to meet a potential partner, future partner, like a future spouse or whatever, or, whether it's, just when you're going in and you're meeting other people, right? The first thing they're going to notice is your physique. That is your resume. And what that says to other people when you walk in with a good physique and your body game is on point is that I'm confident. Why? Because you've put in the work already. But two, you're willing to let me take it back. All right. You have discipline. You're willing to put in the work. You set a standard for yourself and you keep that standard for yourself. It's usually going to be a standard higher than what others have. Right. And let me make this very clear. I'm not saying that you walk into a room with your head held high thinking that you're better than everybody else, because that's not the case at all. We stay humble about it. When we're on semen retention, we're not here to boast about it. We're not here to be like, oh, look at me, I'm on semen retention, you're not, so that means you are below me. No. That is the complete wrong way to look at it. That is the complete wrong way to even think about it. So I want to make that very clear. That's not what we do when we're on semen retention, all right? But either way, when we walk in, that's the first thing that people are going to notice about you. And it's going to explain to people without you even saying a word exactly who you are, what you're about. And essentially that's where the energy comes from when it comes from to semen retention, and why people, naturally will respect you when you're on semen retention, depending on how far into your journey you are, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be, right? That's why your aura, that's what they would say is your aura changes, is because you have that confidence. You know that you're willing to put in the work. You know that you're a man of your word, because you go in, you hit the gym 3, 4, 5, 6 days out of the week, and you consistently hit it. No matter what the cause, no matter what the case, you get it done. And so that's why it's like your resume, because when you walk into a room, if people don't know who you are, that's going to be the first thing that they tell you. Whether it's, you're carrying your gallon jug of water around and they're like, this guy's dedicated, he sticks to it, or whether they always see you, eating your meals and never really taking breaks or anything like that, from, going, obviously it's like an 80-20% rule where you can go and, have your macros, you hit your macros and everything like that. But at the same time, you enjoy a cookie or you enjoy some cheesecake or some Froyo. In my opinion, Froyo is the best. I will always splurge on Froyo if I have the chance, right? But it's not all the time. But either way, with that being said, that is why it is like your resume, because it is what you explain to people without saying a word. You are able to show what you're about, who you are and what you're about, and where your standard is, and that you hold yourself to a high standard because you're trying to better yourself, and it will naturally attract the people that need to be in your life when it comes to that. One way to basically think about it, right, is that if you were to go and you wanted to get in shape, and you go and you see two people and they're both saying, hey, I can help you get into shape, and they're both personal trainers, right? And you go and you see one guy that is kind of overweight, doesn't really have the physique that you're looking for, but it's like, hey, I have all the knowledge you need to be able to get you in shape. I will get you there, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right, whatever. And then you have another guy who's a bodybuilder, who has the physique you want, who is in shape, who has been through it, who has put in the grind, who has put in the effort, who has eaten the chicken and rice meals every single day and this and that. And it's like, hey, listen, bud, I can help you out. I can get you in shape. Who are you going to go with? You're going to go with the person that has the physique, that can show you that they've put in the work, that can show you that they know what they're talking about and everything, based upon their actions, right? Actions speak louder than words. And so when it comes down to it, guys, that is what matters. I'm not saying that it's the end all be all, where if you don't have a good physique, people won't respect you on semen retention and everything like that. That's not what I'm saying, but it's definitely a big factor. And like I said at the beginning of the video, when you have your body game on point, it will essentially naturally be a byproduct while you're on semen retention, because you will want to get into the gym. You will want to use that energy towards something. You will want to be able to change and see the results of your efforts being put in and day out. And so towards the end of this video, I did want to go ahead and give you a few tips. Let's just say you're just starting off getting into the gym, or if you want to get your body game on point, and you've been in the gym but you're just not quite seeing the results. Here's a few tips that I would recommend. First things first, drinking your water, making sure you're drinking at least half a gallon to a full gallon of water a day. Being hydrated helps your body to perform at the performance level that you need it to be, from working out to having your brain be on point, from having your muscles working correctly, helping with soreness, flushing out the lactic acid, everything like that. And just keeping you overall working, and kind of like oil with a car. You need oil for the car to run smoothly. That's basically what water is for you. And then hitting your protein. So if you're working out and you're sore, you need your recovery. Protein is the number one thing. So that way you're not only just helping with recovery, but you're also helping with maintaining and keeping the muscle that you're working hard to gain, while putting in the work at the gym and everything like that. So for example, I would say go about a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And so let's just say you weigh 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein would be it. If you weigh 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein would be it. Or I would kind of scale it back. If you're just starting out, do about 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, I would say eat about 130 grams of protein. If you weigh 200 pounds, about 170 to 180 grams of protein. And so that's something kind of like a baseline to do. Also too, track what you are eating. There are great apps out there now. What I personally use is My Macros Plus. I think it's like $2.99 one-time payment. You got it for the rest of your life. That's the one that I personally like to use. It's fairly easy. There's also MyFitnessPal. Another app I would highly recommend is the First Form app. I think it's $12 a month if I'm not mistaken. Best part about that is that you get a coach in the app who will help with your macros, who will help walk you through, guide you through the whole step, whatever your goals are with your physique, they will help you with it. And as far as with macros, if you don't want to use the First Form app, or you're like, hey, I want to be able to start tracking my macros, I just don't know what my macros should be, go ahead and comment down below macros, or I'll go ahead and put my email as well as my Instagram handle, FitSisco, FITSISCO. Go ahead and hit me up in a DM, and I'm more than happy to help you out. We'll get your macros calculated and everything like that. And so I would say go ahead and just track what you're eating, so you have an understanding of what you're eating, and so that way you're not overeating or undereating, and you're getting the most out of the workouts that you're putting in and day out. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. Yep, no, I can't think of anything else. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope this was useful and insightful for you guys. And just remember, guys, like when you're doing body game, don't do it for anything else. Don't do it because you want people to respect you. Don't do it because you want the female attraction. Don't do it because of anything other than that you want to do it for yourself. The other thing that I wanted to mention too is that in the Bible, it talks about our bodies being temples and that we should take care of them as such. So when it comes down to like biblical terms, right? Taking care of your body, it is your temple. It's what you live with every single day until the day that you die. Take care of it, take pride in it, and, look good, feel good, all of that, right? So that is it for the end of this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you liked it and enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so that way you know when I upload. We're going to be uploading every Sunday or every Monday, every week. My bad for missing the last one. I was sick. I'm better now. We're back at it. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.